Hello everyone, here we are back for some more tutorials. This is going to be Cliffs hole, par 5, hole 9. Oh wow, that fog's interesting. So we are still on the second tee box here. This is the last tour that we'll have this old tee box, so that should be, definitely pretty helpful to go about doing this. For this tour, you can get away with Thor's Hammer or Apocalypse. Really depends on what you want. You can see that I'm going to be using very little topspin, something you could easily get out there for with a I'm going to go right around here, about 8 rings or so. Very little power. As I was mentioning about the drivers, I think you could easily get out there with an Apoc 4, for instance, just copying my spin. Alternatively, I'd really kind of highly recommend a Thor's Hammer as well, so you have some of the backspin flexibility. You'll probably see some of the shots that I go for are going to be, spin related on some of the par 5s that it could, or par 3s that it could give me shootouts. Let me get my notebook app back on real quick. So wind assist, back in game. Let's talk a little bit about that drive. Usually I'll do maybe about plus 10%, for instance. I forget what my wind was, but let's just say, hypothetically, this would be a nice, general idea. If you use a plus 10% elevation, power 3 ball, it'll get you in the ballpark of where you need. What I'm going to try to do, anytime that it's kind of a tailwind like this, and I can't really tell, if it's going to hit the fairway or not. What I'm probably going to try to do here, and in terms of my elevation, maybe minus 10%. So maybe only 9 rings here. So you'll see me aim here. And I do expect that the ball could potentially land. So you can see what I was doing. Full backspin. I'm going to try to use the fairway if at all possible. Just because I feel, well, it looks like I hit the green. I just felt a little bit safer. I wasn't sure. Anytime that it has an angle like that, whether it's going to fly down or not. So it's better to be safe than sorry. You can see that even me in the back bunker, what I'll usually try to do is play the rough. But I do want to make just a note as to why I didn't do that here. So you see that the way that wind is pointed, I'd have to go very high up into the elevation on the cliff. And when you do that, you might get it to overplay. And if the wind overplays and you hit the fairway trying to do a rough bump, you might go out of bounds. So you can see the way that I went about doing it was very conservative-like. Even if it winds up in the bunker, not a big deal. I don't even care if this goes in, to be honest with you, because, going to the shootout is going to have, just as much as a benefit as if I was to make this. But keep in mind, you can see with where I'm aiming, I'm kind of keeping this inside the hole. I am up here on the fringe a little bit. And there you can see I hit a great ball, probably going to miss on the right edge. That looks like it just sucks in the right edge of the cup. So I was able to get it. There you can see, very, very minimal wind. I'm going to pretty much stay away from the notebook app on shots like that, because I really don't need, when I'm that close to the green, I can just kind of eyeball it more than anything. But do keep in mind that, the farther I get, if it's farther than that, then I am going to use this tool. And I forget what the wind was, but, for instance, if I pulled the slider down to here, it would just kind of show me that, you saw how short of a shot that was. So, going 0.4 of a ring, for instance, would probably be, plenty for that situation. So you can use that slider, and it basically, shows you how much you're going to need to aim. But there you can see I was able to, get that one to drop anyway. It's going to be 50-50 when you hit a great ball. whether or not it's going to go in. In that situation, I was able to get it. You know, it might not always work out that way, but you know, good luck with that hole. I'm going to keep doing some more tutorials for you guys, and catch you guys on the next one.